I'm definitely more confident professionally in who I am and what outcome I want and how I can get there. Part of this course helped me become more self-aware about what I was telling myself that was inaccurate, and how to move forward from there. In general, I think this course really helped me just figure out my thought patterns, professionally, personally, trying to find a different way to communicate, to think when things weren't going well. I'm excited about some of the opportunities that I've asked for professionally based on some of the early work that we did in the course. There's some things that are coming down that are exciting for me that I probably wouldn't have done 3 months ago. So I'm excited. It's terrifying, but it's also exciting because I know that I'm going to be working out of the place that I'm passionate about. And as long as I'm passionate about it, it can't be wrong. Put in a proposal to present at the state conference for leadership for administrators. And then I asked to get in front of our principal group for 3 sessions to talk about culture and leadership. I sat in a meeting last week for 5.5 hours, and not 1 minute of that was spent on culture, which is probably one of the most important things that as a leader, we need to cultivate in order to do all the other stuff that they ask us to do. And so I asked the person running the meeting, will you give me 30 minutes? Heck, will you give me 15 minutes? I said, I got a 3-part series. Can I do October, November, and December? She's like, it's yours. So here I am, up out there in front of my peers, which is more terrifying, mind you, than speaking in front of my faculty or students. Being in front of my own peers terrifies me because they're the worst audience. They really are. I go back, and this has been my soundtrack that I keep telling myself, I'm passionate about it, so there's nothing wrong. There's nothing that can go wrong. So through the work, you guys really dug deep into what is happening internally and without me even knowing it. And so it's really helped me pause and reflect. The journaling has helped. So I started journaling through this course as well. And that's really helped quite a bit to really get into my thinking pattern and also to try and help change that thinking pattern. So I'm excited to just really get further into myself to realize who I really am, who I really want to be, and how to get there. Any high-performing person who feels like they're stuck and it's hit a ceiling, I think this would be good. I sabotage myself, so I know that I'm stuck and I sabotage myself based on things that I told myself or things that I believe. So all those high performers who feel like they're not reaching their potential, I think this course can help them unlock that potential, or at least give them the opportunity to become self-aware to provide that opportunity. Because that's for me, I was here. I'm like, and here wasn't bad, but I knew internally I had so much more that I could achieve. I just didn't know what was getting in my way. I know that I have a bigger purpose than just being a principal. I didn't know the avenue to get there. Well, I thought I did, but I thought I had to give up something to move forward in that, when I don't have to give up anything. I don't have to stop being a principal and start being a presenter. I can just be a guy who's passionate about culture and leadership and use whatever platform I have to share that passion. I don't have to give up something to level up. I can just level up by just being me and doing some other things. I'm defining myself as this one thing when that's not really my whole being. Through all of this, you're just unlocking everybody's potential. You're helping them almost lift the veil and to give them a new vision of how to see themselves or their future or their potential or their career. Part of the work that I'm going to share with leaders is that whole piece of being vulnerable. That's one of the biggest skills that we have to cultivate in the culture, and we have to go first. So to know that the group that you created was a safe space, that we weren't judging each other, that we could be completely vulnerable to the point where we're sometimes crying, and not being judged about it, but actually being lifted up because of it, I mean, that's powerful. And haven't been in a group, I haven't felt comfortable enough in a group to do that before. The atmosphere that you guys created through this course, it's magic. But as an introvert, to share openly in a group and be personal in a group is difficult for me, but I was very comfortable doing that in this group. I don't use this lightly, but I think this work is life-changing, to be honest with you. In just a few short weeks, internally, mentally, I feel different and confident. I know there's still work that I need to do. I am glad that I was hesitant at first, but I'm really glad that I participated.